Welcome to SNL Analysis, Episode 3, Season 47, host Rami Malek. We start with the cold open. We've got Colin Jost. It's pretty funny, actually. You don't see Colin Jost in a lot of these skits, but I thought Colin Jost did a pretty good job as Goodell, right? I'm not a sports fan. I know very little about sports, but I will have to say this is really funny, and I think that sometimes, especially when something is not necessarily, you have to think about timeliness. Will this last the test of time? I don't necessarily think that it will, but I thought the jokes were good. I thought Judge was good. I called Judge James Austin Johnson. There we go. I'm getting it. Alex Moffat, I thought was really funny. I think Alex Moffat was really. Pete Davidson was pretty good. Small laughs, nothing too crazy. And Judge's Mukes was pretty funny. Nothing too crazy. A little bit funnier than Pete. Heidi was really funny. Heidi was very funny. Um, Chris as Colin. I don't know. LeVar Burton. That was pretty funny. And then Colin Kaepernick. That was pretty funny. That was Chris Red as Colin Kaepernick. I'm remembering that right now. So it was pretty funny. I thought it could have been faster. I thought one right after the other. I think those just smush a lot of those lines together, cut out a couple things here and there. But overall, I thought it was an 8. I thought it was reasonably good, especially for something that is not sports and not something that's really going to stand the test of time. Then we've got the monologue, Rami Malek's monologue. I thought it was okay. I thought it was a 6. The resting villain face, I think that was really the only joke in it. The nostalgic element of it, it was just way too. A lot of these people come in and they want to tell me a backstory and stuff. I was like, I don't care. Make me laugh, clown. We're here for the ratings. You know what I mean? You got to make me love you, but you got to make me laugh. It's a tough job. I'm not, cutting it. But overall, it was a 6. It was just a little bit too nostalgic and not funny enough. The bugs, Bo and Yang, hilarious. I thought it was a 9. Also, you got to think about it. Will it last the test of time? And yes, I think it will. You've got the principals. Bowen was hilarious. All the lines with Daddy, I loved the credit card was bigger. I really love that. I love accentuating little things, making them popping those little extras here and there. It lagged in beats, a couple things here and there. I think Rami Malek might have messed up some of his lines, but overall it was really funny. So I thought I gave it a 9. The Prince was very fun. Oh gosh, I want to give it a 9. I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna change it to a 9. So let's remember that they got a plus 1 point. Chris and the Prince auditions and the physical comedy, great job. I thought it was pretty funny. I just think that they could have gone a little bit further with the physical comedy. I think just angles, just a little bit more, just branching out, just knowing the extension of the body, because Prince, even though they really got it right, I think they're just stretching it a little bit more. And even with the judges, I think a little bit more theatrics from the judges, especially Chris Red, who is playing the director. I forget his name off the top of my head. But overall, it was a 9. So I thought it was pretty good. Then we got Celebrity School. Celebrity School was pretty funny. Celebrity School was pretty funny. My only big takeaway was that Rami was not Pete. Pete is famously known for smoking weed, right? And Pete has a kind of like slow, like, hey man, like not like that, but somewhere in between those two, like, hey man, like, hey, which guy? No, that's not Pete. So I think that it really took me away when everybody else was really doing an amazing job from the expressions. I think that Punky was good as a straight character, but I think they were trying, and Andrew had some jokes in there, but I think that I don't know. It felt ambiguous having one joke and not the other one have a joke. It just felt weird. So, and they felt not completely gelled. Maybe keep them as straight characters. I'm not sure. So just that ambiguity kind of bothered me. Well, not necessarily hilarious, but I would give it so I gave it an 8. Then we got Weekend Update. The bats was one of the funniest jokes off the top of my head. Cancel Christmas. That's another one that I thought of. That was pretty funny. They got a 9. They got a pretty good 9. They got the Pride Gay Oompa Loompa. It got a 9. It was really funny. I think that some of the jokes and some of the things could have been, again, just tighter, faster, take out some of those words here and there. The gay Oompa Loompa, I'd like to see that character again. I don't necessarily know if we will. Hopefully when the other movie comes out. Then also that, like, the complaints of the gay Oompa Loompa canceled by the outing of the gay Oompa Loompa. I think that was, it just wasn't balanced enough. I'd like to see where the grapes were of the Oompa Loompas, So, but it was pretty funny, so it was nice. Chris Red was very funny. Chris Red doing just Chris Red. Chris Red is very funny. It just beats one after the other, just working off of Che. That was really hilarious. And Linus Minus. Oh, Linus Minus? Oh, the hypnotist and Mikey Day. So Linus Minus, the hypnotist and Mikey Day, I liked it. I thought it was really funny. I thought that Mikey Day and Kenan Thompson really worked well off of each other. Um, and I think that the whole wedding thing could have, again, it just, I think they were pretty fast, but I think that a couple of things could have been just midgets, to make it hilarious, because it was really funny. My problem was Zendaya. Zendaya is a little too young. I think that, for me, I think that you need someone like 25 and up. I don't want any of this sexualizing, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, Zendaya's playing a high school student, I think, and it's a Spider-Man movie, so it's weird, you know what I mean? That's that weird line. I don't like that. So overall, I give him a 9. So everything altogether as a package came out of 9. Sleepy Town. Wow. Sleepy Town. You've shared it with your friends. You've watched it a couple of times. Sleepy Town was just Bowen being straight. I love when Bowen is taken out of his comfort zone in a way, because his comfort zone is so wacky, and placed in that particular situation. But 80 and Rami, wow, just hilarious, absolutely. So this is something that definitely is going to last the test of time. I think this is actually a reoccurring character that I'd like to see again. Maybe like 80 ends up dating somebody else. I don't know. But this whole testing of the bed and the conversations that happen in the bed, maybe having like the dog and the children and any of those, just expanding on that whole, what's the lifestyle of these, I don't know, but I really, really liked it. So I gave them a 10. Angelo. Angelo was just wow. Angelo was hilarious. Angelo, it started off a little slow, but as it picked up, it just went further and further and further and further. And I forget the guy's name that does Angelo, but he's not Andrew Dismukes, but Atari. Atari guy. He was an absolute 10. And we've seen Angelo again in Cut for Time. I don't think that's fair. I think Angelo is really funny. So overall, they got a 77. And there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 skits. So, out of... Oh, Squid Game! I forgot about Squid Game. So yeah, so Squid Game was out at around that time, and it was good. It was funny. It wasn't hilarious. I think that the song was a little too slow for me. I don't know whether it was parodying another song that was out at the time, but overall I gave it a 7. I gave it a 7. Because I think anytime the scores really should be I should be more critical of the film for television, because it's film for television. You have enough time to, really meet that up. So overall, I gave it a 7. So there was one extra point. So 79, I think it's 76, 77, right? Again, me and my math on the fly. Let's see. I think it was an 8.4 last time I did the math. So it's probably like an 8.5, something like that. You know what I mean? So let's see. We got 77 divided by 9. 8.5. Yeah, 8.5. And that, of course, is what the reviewers are saying. That's what a lot of people are saying, is that the Rami Malek episode was one of the strongest episodes. And I agree. I concur. So what did you think about Saturday Night Live and the Rami Malek episode? Let me know in the conversations down below. I will, of course, be moving forward, finishing it up, and then I will tell you what's going on. And wanted to give you some stats, some little stats as I rip up my notes. Little stats were, from SNL Review. Hey, a little shout out to SNL Review. They do this poll. You should definitely follow them on Twitter. And I've seen Lizzo, Jake, Gerard, Zoe, Oscar, John, William, Will Forte, Ariana DeBoss, and that they have scores all up for them. So you should definitely check them out. Don't have hair. And then also, I'm going to be doing an episode on the cast. What works, what doesn't, who people like, who people don't. I do it with love. I'm sorry if anybody gets hurt. I'm looking forward to giving you constructive criticism so that way the next season can be a lot better, and we can beef up those scores and get more sponsors and get more people and have movies made out of SNL like back in the day when they were cranking them out like crazy, remember? So, and have you as make more money, move on to, how awesome would it be to be an Amy Poehler, to be a Gina Fey, to be that kind of person. So I'm here to help you become better. Why? Because I'm the Messiah, and that's what I do. It's part of my world domination plan. Anywho, I want to wish you all a part of a wonderful, wonderful eternity.